Time is running out, dear people. I greet you. You know me as Sanat Kumara. I am one of the beings that allow a certain overview or loving control to work in your solar system. I am cautious with the term monitoring the trade routes around your beautiful planet, for you all have a different term or understanding of monitoring. In your sphere, surveillance is misused to keep you small, to control you in the sense that you are not given room to evolve. So I'm talking about cosmic observation, to use a better term. It is necessary to keep a very close eye on the trade routes around your sphere, let's call it that, because unfortunately there are not only well-meaning species in the cosmos, but also aggressive warlike ones. I would like to refer you to the books of my protégée Bella Isis, as she has been in contact with troublemakers herself, and can also report that there are probably other individuals who wander the universe. I would like to leave this in a non-judgmental manner, as we, beings of heightened consciousness, are not in a position to judge who has what right to exist, and there must be a greater meaning behind it. In fact, my colleagues and I often ask ourselves why, but we still see it differently from you humans. We do not judge or condemn individuals. If you haven't been following Ashta Sharan's last 2 posts on this channel, I would like to give you a brief summary. Recently, there have been numerous entities on this channel that have revealed very urgent messages asking you to take action and consider a change in your actions. You are sending so much negativity into the cosmos, such as unrest or energies of seeming or actual war, so much resentment, worry, fear, and so much more, that you have no idea what you have done or are doing. You are not aware of it. Because of the political unrest and imbalance, your neighboring planets could hardly keep up with the transformation of these structures back into benevolent ones. Other light ships around Terra have been sent to observe, to intervene if necessary, and I say to you, hear me, it was necessary to intervene. I appeal to you, dear lightworkers, that the recent messages on this channel are of such significant importance that a picture of the whole can be formed if you wish to understand. I appeal to my protégée Bella Isis to link the indirectly but at the same time directly related messages in the video description. You can hardly grasp the extent of it, my dear people. I speak out of increased urgency and at the same time appeal to you, the lightworkers, to practice light work or energy work even more intensively for the benefit of all. Hear my call. You are sending out such structures that an intervention had to be made in many ways. I am talking about indirect intervention, but also direct intervention. In summary, I can say that peace negotiations or agreements have been documented on Earth, but also negotiations with the other side. Aliens have been on Earth to appeal to a sense of reason in your political ranks, but meetings have also been arranged with the dark forces. They were warned to discipline themselves, or an even greater array of light would arrive. But the darkness was so angry and so stubborn that decent communication was very difficult, with little success in reaching open ears. Difficult, but possible with celestial emphasis. Even more lightships have been positioned around Terra, and Ashtar Sharan explains why very clearly. Ashtar's contributions are included in the credits. Lightships from the Pleiades have been called in even more to keep your Earth vibration more stable. They have sometimes placed energetic imprints on the Earth that reach deep beneath the layers of the Earth. Ancient, sacred, mysterious symbols or crystals have been reactivated by the priesthood of Atlantis. I refer you to the call of God Thoth on this channel. The contribution is also deposited in the video description, but a process of reactivation and cooperation with the old Atlantean codes is still underway. It is a delicate process, for action can only be taken to the extent that old secrets can now be revealed or reactivated. The process is closely guarded. Ships from Lyra with experience in war energy have been called in, as Lyra itself went through a drastic war a very long time ago, and the Lyrans know and have tactics from their own experience on how to proceed in such a case. But evacuation is not necessary on Earth. The Lyrans had to evacuate then. When the time comes, Bella Isis will speak about it. Our thanks go to all individuals, but especially to the Lyrans, for sharing their inside knowledge in the most confidential councils to help Earth. The Lyrans also support Earth with benevolent vibrational frequencies. But this is not only primarily for you, dear ones, but also to limit the vibration that you send out. For you have no idea how much your actions and your behavior have caused distress on other planets. Intervention has been deemed necessary by the highest of the high, as we must inform you that your ascension has been, and to some time extent still is, in danger. But I ask you to immediately turn away from the fear of this statement, for we have already said many times through messages worldwide that ascension would be positively for you, because intervention would be made if necessary, and it was and is necessary. You can still feel protected. I also refer to the messages of Archangel Michael, of Archangel Metatron, to those of the Hathors, to those of the Lyrans, to the call of the priesthood of Atlantis, and to the words of Ashtar Sharan, because in all these contributions it is also mentioned that you must reflect as much as possible on your inner peace. I say you must, but of course you always have your free will. Nevertheless, I appeal to your hearts that none of us, from any star civilization, are coming to do your work for you. You have our protection that was and is agreed in higher ranks, but you have agreed not to judge or condemn the dark side during ascension. I ask you, where are your thoughts, dear ones? Are you angry about political injustice? Or do you prefer to focus on peace within to reflect it outside? I ask you, where are your thoughts? Where is your focus? Are you resonating too much with your earthly theater of political unrest, or are you focused on manifesting the new world? Archangel Michael, but also Ashtar Sharan, have clearly explained to you that you, yes, all of you, are so distracted by focusing on the negative that it doesn't even occur to you that you are giving more impetus to the old world. That is not intended. I am asking you to stand up and work for peace. So it is taboo to simply look at the unrest in your political ranks, but please do not misunderstand me. Don't judge politicians. You don't know the role they play in the big picture. You are constantly judging others or being angry with them. This makes you negatively attached. You don't see the bigger picture. You don't see the consequences of your own actions. So, I appeal to you, don't promote political unrest. Go within and act with peaceful thoughts. Let go of all thoughts of judgment and complaint as soon as they arise, and transform your thoughts into an inner contented smile to manifest world peace. Try to impose neutrality on your political turmoil. So, and I'm telling you, if you manage to stop feeding the other side with anger, the feeling of constant frustration or lack of understanding, along with the emerging feeling of massive injustice, you will disempower the other side again, and to such an extent that they will have to retreat from this ray of light of your celestial existence. They can do nothing else. You are feeding the darkness with your resentment, and as you are of the light side, recruited to help on planet Earth, the effect is unfortunately even more pronounced. Consider this, beloved souls. I appeal to you to heed my words of absolute urgency and change your behavior immediately. Complaining about external circumstances of apparent injustice will not help you. On the contrary, your efforts of the last few months are being dismantled piece by piece and turned back into building blocks of the old system. Sadly, this is happening at an even more drastic rate as your powers of manifestation on Earth are increasingly returning to their original strength. So let me repeat my words once again. I never tire of explicitly stating here the need for an urgent turnaround in your personal actions. I ask you, dear children of the earth, see the big picture and focus on peace. Peace, harmony, love, that should be your guiding force. That is what you long for. Everything else comes from the distraction of the illusionists. Recognize the meaning and live the peace within you. I tell you, then it is also on the outside. My love is with you, Sanat Kumara.